right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
First off and foremost, face each and give all praises, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Harakakadash.
Double honor to the elders and apostles of great millstone and well, and much peace, safety, and blessings to the hopefully elect throughout the four winds, which is truth and sincerity and diligence, man. And if you have it another weekend, ultimately what prophesied the downfall of America to what ultimately build being in the elect you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Latinos, and let you know that ultimately the Heavenly Father is soon to send His only begotten Son, whose true name is Yahushua, to redeem us, man. You know, and in these times, you know, we should ultimately stay circumspect, because as it tells in the scriptures, where that basically the devil, you know, he's that royal lion seeking to see whom he may devour, man. Give me Luke 12 and 35, right? You know, we stand up on this great watch, man, because ultimately we're not going to get those crumbs by not working. You know, it's a lot of things that ultimately has to be done in order for us to be found blameless and without spot. Go ahead.
This is Luke chapter 12, verse 35. It says, let your loins be girded about and your lights burning.
That's right. Let your loins be girded about, man, and your lights burning. Yahweh Shai has given us this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Give me Matthew 25, and give me Ecclesiastes 9 and 8. You know, the Lord has given us ultimately this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, so what we should be those great examples, man. It tells us that in Matthew 5 and 14, that what we are the light of the world. Therefore, let your light so shine before men, so that what your heavenly Father can be glorified, man. You know, we're examples of those dark vessels, so to say, because we were once partakers of the world, but what? As it speaks about in 1 Peter, the second chapter, the Lord has called us into this marvelous light, man. So by the Lord putting His light upon us, what we are ultimately to be examples and show the world exactly how you should be maneuvering within the Spirit.
All right, this is Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15. I'm gonna start at 15. It says, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools.
That's right, man. Esau, Edom, man, he's a fool. Not as fools, man, but what the scripture tell you in Psalm. The fool said within his heart, there is no God. You know, it ultimately goes back into your actions, man. These people ultimately don't walk like a power God is about to make His return, man. You know, their faith is not to warn the coming of the day of the Lord. Right? Go ahead.
It says, but as wise, redeeming the times because the days are evil.
That's right, man. Wise. You're walking on eggshells. You know, like we did a video last night, man. We're ultimately trying to be fit for the kingdom, man. You know, not putting our hand up on the plow and looking back. You know, it says to be wise. Now, if you're walking wise, that means you can't just dabble and dibble and dabble with everything, man. You know, you got to be on your P's and Q's in this thing. You got to make sure that every move that you make is a wise move. Ultimately, what you walking in the Spirit. The scriptures say, what, walking in the Spirit, and you shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh, man. Right? Because the flesh, if you make fleshly and carnal moves in these times, man, your next move can ultimately become your last move, man. You know?
If I could add, the book of Romans, the 13th chapter says, make not provisions for the flesh. That means to make an exception for it. You know, the Sirach says, go not in the way that which causes thee to fall. You know, so moving after the flesh will be making you to fall, you know, ultimately.
Right.
You know?
That's right. Because people, they walk according to the flesh is what the American dream, you know, feeds. Mm-hmm. All right? The flesh is fed by the American dream. Now, when you take heed to the American dream, you're not walking in a wise manner. You're walking in the foolish manner. Because the wisdom of this world is foolish to the Most High. You know? So if you're walking according to the wisdom of this world, you're actually walking foolishly.
Right. Now, ultimately, while they're walking out in the flesh, they're really just trusting in things that they can see. You tell you don't make harm your flesh, man. Don't try to take things into your own manner. That's what's wrong with this degenerate and forward and perverse generation, man. That's here today. That's why it tells you in Isaiah 65 that what the slaying of the Lord shall be many. You know, for the simple fact that these people don't really trust in the Lord. You know, they trust in their damn self. They trust in this wicked government, man. You know.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 1, verse 18. It says, for behold, so like I'm going to start at 17. It says, thou therefore gird up thy loins and arise and speak unto them all that I command thee.
That's right. And real quick, just to add to that, man, because when the Lord brings you into the truth, keep in mind, Jeremiah was young. The Lord told him to gird up his loins. And what? When you gird up your loins, first off and foremost, being of a persuaded mind. Lord say, well, really, was the Apostle Paul, man? Let every man be fully persuaded. You know, you gotta be fully persuaded and have the loins of your mind girded, man. You know, it takes a real man to ultimately come out here and proclaim the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know, when you go to 1 Corinthians, the 4th chapter, where the apostles were beaten, they got into to fights, they was buffeted.
Yeah.
You know,
Paul, he was saying he was shipwrecked, man.
right.
It's telling you the state of mind of prophets that went. And the prophets, we know the lots of the prophets, man. That's why we standing in our light here today, because we're at risk of 1 Corinthians 10 and 13 says, no temptation that has taken you is not common to men. So we're subject to the same persecutions of the prophets of old, man. If there's nothing new under the sun, then we're liable to get persecuted, get stoned, get what? Our heads chopped off, become martyrs, man. But it's all in the lot of a prophet. We got a little bit more, brother. It says, be not dismayed at their faces, lest I confound thee before them. For behold, I have made thee this day a defenced city, and an iron pillar and brazen walls against the whole land, against the kings of Judah, against the princes thereof, against the priests thereof, and they shall fight against thee, but they shall not prevail against thee, for I am with thee, said the Lord, to deliver thee.
That's right, man. The Lord said, well, he is with thee, and you got to ultimately be persuaded, man. You got to know without a shadow of doubt that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is dealing, and he's going to protect you, man. We don't come out here and just, even when we're not on the block, man, when we read these scriptures, you have to believe them. You know, that's why it tells you that he that ultimately has no faith in Hebrews 11:6. Without faith, it is impossible to please Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So you can't expect expect no crown if you don't have no damn faith. You know, like me and the brothers, we read Acts 12, man, going into when Peter he had his back against the wall, and ultimately he was in prison, man. You know, he just went in there like, shit, I'm gonna do my time, but the Lord had a whole different plan, man. Yeah. Likewise for the elect.
If I can add, they were praying.
Yep.
They were praying for Peter when he was in prison, man, and that shows that the fervent prayer of the righteous.
Like prayer without ceasing,
right? But they tell you the scriptures tell you that the fervent prayer of the righteous man availeth much, right? And by him actually being a man of the Lord wasn't finna leave him in that bad position, that bad predicament. It say to show you how much Peter wasn't worried. Peter was sleeping, man.
Yeah,
He was sleeping.
Yup, man, he was like, get your ass up.
Show him in the get up. And keep in mind, he's the only one that woke up.
They say
because they had the guards.
Two
you had two on the inside, you had two on the outside.
Big ass
maximum security.
Yep.
He it wasn't no way he was getting out of there. Right. But it shows that he had faith, because when he woke up, it said he perceived that it was an angel delivering him from that situation.
Yeah, he thought it was a dream.
Did Peter say, "Oh no, this can't be"?
Y'all good? Y'all can find.
Did Peter say, "Oh no, the Lord not delivering me this way"? His faith was already set and sealed that the Lord was going to get him out of there, man.
Yep. In that moment, he thought he was dreaming. He got out the cell. He shaking his eyes. Damn, did that really just happen? Well, shit, I'm where I need to be. Then after that, he knows the angels left, and next thing you know, he was knocking on the door to go talk to the boys and shit. You know?
Yeah, that was like it's Peter. He was like, man,
yeah, that's not Peter. They say that's his angel. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, that's not him.
That's not Peter.
You got it, right?
This is 1 Peter's 1, and I'm gonna read 7. I'm sorry, 7. It says that matter of fact, I'm gonna go up. It says, who are kept by the power of the Most High through faith.
The elect are gonna be kept. It tells us that in 1 Samuel 2. Go ahead, real quick, huh?
This is 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 9. It says, he will keep the feet of his saints, and the wicked shall be silent in darkness.
Just like the brother read in that Jeremiah 1 and 18, man. You know, it's nothing that these heathens can do against us. It tells us that in Romans 8. You know, who shall charge anything to mine elect? You know, as of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. You know, and guess what? They still won't prevail. Because guess what? The Lord is going to be, hey, man, the Lord is coming with the force there. Even if these devils do put us to death, Yahweh Shem Yahushua can raise us right back up, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
For by strength shall no man prevail.
That's right, man. For by strength shall no man prevail, because these people are ultimately coming after the ways of carnality, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is coming with a majestic force, man. You know, great power. Hey, man, when Yahweh Shai correct those clouds, these people are gonna feel a force and like never been felt before, man.
Right, man.
You know, and that's why no man shall prevail, man. You know.
If I can add real quick, brother, because that's why it's written in Jeremiah 16th chapter. Tell you, it's not gonna be. No longer will it be said how the Lord delivered the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, but it's gonna be said how the Lord delivered the children of Israel out of the land of the north.
It says, who are kept by the power of the Most High through faith unto salvation, ready to be revealed in the last time, wherein ye greatly rejoice. The scriptures tell you rejoice in faith, right? And this is what we're doing. We're rejoicing in our hope in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? It says,
that's right. Just to add to the brother's point, man, you know, you're not supposed to have all this wisdom, knowledge, understanding. Know these, hey, man, the gospel is known as what? The good news. Now, if you get good news, you're not about to hang your damn head down 24/7. You know, you're going to be rejoicing. Hey, bro, our big brother's about to come redeem us. He's like, hey, he said, what? My servant shall eat, ye shall be hungry. That's good news, bro. Brothers that fasted 3-4 days straight, no eating or drinking. Your stomach get to talking to you, bro. But guess what? The Lord said in those times, I'm going to be there to feed you. Look at Habakkuk. Look at Daniel when he was in the lion's den.
Twice.
Yeah. Those same situations are going to be played out throughout the earth. And what? More greater acts is going to be shown to everybody throughout the earth, man. You know, how much the Lord really cares for his elect. Why? Because we laid down our life. It tells you that in John 15 and 13, man. Greater love have no man than what a man laid down his life for his brothers. Right now, we are basically returning it, man. You know? And we are ultimately making a spiritual investment right now, man. In Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And guess what? When all money fails, the dollar, the stock market crashes, it's going to be known that what Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to be here to protect us, man. We're going to have the real riches. We have the real money, all right? We have those sufficient funds, man.
Yep.
You know?
And so that basically shows that we have the access to the power source. Everyone doesn't have the access to the power source. Now, this real quick, this is Romans 5:1. Therefore, being justified by faith, which we will be, right? It says, we have peace with the Most High. Right. So he's at peace with us. What he said, he that keepeth his mind on me, I shall keep him in perfect peace. Right? It says, with the Most High, through our Lord, Yahushua Mashiach. So we receive this faith through Yahushua coming to land down his life, right? And we do the things like the brothers going to land our lives down as a living sacrifice through faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? It says, by whom also we have access by faith. So that lets it be known that the only way you can make it out of here is if you have faith. Because the only way you have the access to Yahweh Shem Yahushai is through faith. And that faith is that hope. Hoping and believing that we're part of that number. Yeah, that's right. So that's what's going to have you come out in faith, in fear, and do what you're supposed to do, right? Making your calling and election sure.
Right. Because the scripture tells us that we are prisoners of hope. Now, if you're a prisoner, that means you locked down. When you go to Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 6 with Sophia, you know, put your feet into her fetters. She's going to hold you down and make sure you have no other choice but to walk this straight and narrow path, man. Yep. If you of the elect, you're going to be doing exactly what Yahweh Shem Yahushai requires and commands you to do. You know, it ain't no if, answer, what's about it.
Right. I should add real quick, because we coming into them times, we know it's evident, it is very evident that it is the end. The Spirit speaking expressively. Like, it is very evident that we're at the end. And men of the Lord are waxing stronger. Men of the Lord is going to put his men through shit that he know they're going to prevail, bro.
Watch this. What it say? It's about to go exactly to what you're saying. It says, by whom also we have access by faith into this grace wherein we stand.
Real quick, access, bro. Right. You ever seen when you try to get into a certain corporation or something and they show their badge? It's only 144,000 badges, bro.
Invite on.
Hey, when we do it, Lord willing, we build the elect. Guess what? Access is going to be granted.
Yep, because we stand in that grace.
God, go ahead.
Right? It says, and rejoice in hope. We rejoice in hope. Watch what it says. The glory of the Most High. Now, this is the point what the brother's going into. And not only so, but we glory in tribulation.
That's right, you see, because through much tribulation, we shall enter into the kingdom of heaven. So whenever the Lord puts you through that tribulation and you prevail, you become stronger. Yes, because the times that we're coming in, it's going. Hey, your only way you're going to be delivered is through faith
and patience.
Right.
Right. So watch what it says.
That's why I say let patience have a perfect word. You know, when you call it a point, you're out. Go ahead.
Watch what it say. It say.
Oh God.
It say. Tribulation also, knowing that tribulation worketh patience. Something that we need. That's the key ingredient right there.
Your patience.
Right? We must be in need of patience, because no man knew at the hour or the time that the Lord coming. But we have the signs, right? Because what the Lord told us, he said, well, you're going to see these signs and these things come to pass, but know that the end is not yet. So that lets it be known.
You gotta wait.
You gotta wait.
And by you waiting, it shows how bad you want it. Because guess what? The Lord say but basically be ye unmovable. You know, be not shaken in mind. You gotta wait, bro. The more you wait, it shows. Man, that shows your integrity.
That's the stronger you get. Also,
right.
The more you wait, the more you sit in patience. It's the stronger you, like the brother saying, wax stronger in the spirit, right?
If I can add, brother, and a great example of that patience, I can say elders.
Yep, that's right.
Because the elders, you know, they've been laboring and holding fast to the faith, man.
And those are wise men, right? The scriptures tell you, he that had traveled had much experience. So with that experience coming more tribulation, more experience coming more patience, right? More endurance, right? And that's why the scriptures say, cleave unto him which is wise, man. Right? Watch what it says. It says, tribulation working patience. So within that tribulation, what he say, don't be hasty to get out of it, right? It says, and patience, experience, and experience, hope. So the experience that the Lord has given, what he's doing is he's making sure that we're working on this job is work-worthy of the vocation, what we would call. We were called to do a job. So guess what? In order for us to get that higher office that we're finna receive, we got to get that promotion. Guess what? We got to be on the job for a certain amount of time. We got to have a certain amount of experience in the field, right? You got to be worthy of that promotion. So what are we doing? We're walking worthy. We're walking and we're working so that we can tell the boss, hey, look, we're ready for that promotion. And when he see fit that you're ready for that promotion, he's going to give it to us, right? So experience, it worketh hope, patience, faith. All of these things coexist with each other. So all we have to do is stay down. Continue to work. Like on a job. That's why I'm giving that analogy. We're on a job. Hey, they say the only way you're going to start off at $15 an hour. Well, look. Well, if you busting your ass out here on these motherfucking scaffolds, if you pass the motherfucking test that I'm giving you, because test is what's going to be given, hey, yeah, we're gonna give you $22, $24 an hour. But with the Lord said, with me are durable riches, right?
Right.
So look at the things that he's finna come and place a crown onto your head. Well done, my good and faithful servant. He'll kiss you. You know what I'm saying? This is what this is the glory and the beautiful thing that we're finna receive at the hand of the Lord.
That's why it tells you in Colossians the 3rd chapter, ultimately store up those great riches in heaven.
Yep.
You know, because once we get to the kingdom, bro, it's bro, our riches, the glory, the rewards, man, that we shall receive, you know, for laboring for y'all by Shimmy Shai. Hey, bro, it is unnumberable, bro.
Hey, that's our 401k right there.
Yeah, that's right.
All
right, you got it.
All right, kind. This is on the book of Romans chapter 8, verse 25 and 26. But you got a little bit more in 35, but I'm going to go through it really quick. It says, Romans 8:25. But if we hope for what we see not, for we are saved by hope. But hope that is seen is not hope.
That's right, man. If we see Yahweh Shai walking throughout the earth now, hey, my servant, do this, do the look, bro, we don't have to hope. We know without a shadow of doubt. But guess what? That same aspect has to be shown now. What it says in Philippians 2:12, you know? But more in my absence, work out your salvation with fear and trembling.
And that's all he told us. He told us when he was here, it's going to come to a time to where you're going to have to behave yourself wisely when I'm not around. Right? Because when he was here, he said, will it be easy for me to tell you, go repent, or thy sins be forgiven thee? It's easy for me to say thy sins be forgiven thee, because I'm here with you.
Just like those wicked Pharisees and Sadducees. You know, when they came on the scene, like, well, damn, why you ain't fasting? Bro, they don't need to fast for nothing. I'm here with them. Yep. Now is the time for the fasting and what the preparation, bro. You know, because what? Just like how he was under that great hammer, we're about to be under that great hammer, man. We're soon to be persecuted for the love and the way and the namesake of Yahweh.
And that's why we need that patience and experience.
Yep. To build up that
faith. To build up that faith, because the more experience, the more wisdom you receive. Yep. So the Lord, like we say, like the brother Tazadaq like to say, you need to be built up on your most holy faith. If you're of the elect, the Lord is going to make sure you have the faith and the endurance and the integrity that you need to make it through these times.
Ultimately meeting your potential camp. You know, all of the elect have a certain camp that we have to meet. You know,
and then he's still going to be giving it in Jacob's trouble, man.
Yep.
You're going to be seeing things. It's going to be like, wow. You're going to look back. You ever just think about some shit you was in a service and think about all the situations that was hard times for you, and you pray to the Lord. And look back at that right now and be like, damn, I really made it through that. it was like that. And all I had to do was stay down, wait, and have patience. So we already have an X amount of experience in waiting on the Lord. You see what I'm saying? All it is just endure. He say, endure. What he say? What and what he say? No, not that. Into death. He say,
He said, what you say?
Revelation 3:10.
yeah. What it say?
It says, faithful unto death.
Be faithful unto death, man.
And I shall give you the crown of life.
Crown of life, man. And that's what we're talking. And strive. That's what I said. Strive to death.
It says, for what a man seeth, why doth he yet hope for? But if we hope for that we see not, then do we with patience wait for it.
That's right, man. And when you're waiting, while we're waiting, all we have to do is, I ain't gonna say all we have to do, but what we have to do is continue to work. You know, it's evident, man. The Lord is coming, and He's around the corner. You know, but we have to continue to make our give diligence to make our call and election sure.
Look at Job. Job in his situation, he couldn't make haste to get out of his situation. All he had to do was lay there and wait, because it's like, damn, I'm in this position. But it said, but if you don't see it's certain situations you don't see like, man, I don't see no way out of this shit.
That's why it says the evidence of things not seen.
Evidence of things not seen. So this is the evidence, we have it, right? So, but the only thing that you can do within these situations is wait for your deliverance. The men of old, how did they escape death? They had to wait.
Hey, because real quick, because the brother brought out a good point. He's like, hope that you see. Why would you hope for it to see it? So that goes back to what Thomas, when Devin Thomas did. He said, yeah, you believe because you see. But blessed are those that believe that haven't seen.
Yep.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So this thing is about faith, man.
That's
which
why,
a lot of people lack.
and that's why I tell you that we're ultimately counted as fools for the sake of Yahweh Shem Shah, man.
Say they love the Most High, but when it comes down to having faith, they got a backup plan when it comes to the Lord. You know, like if the Lord don't come through, man, I'm gonna go make. I got X, Y, and Z right here.
Right.
I got it, man.
Oh, I ain't got no job. My job is my only way. So I need to sell a couple down packs. Hey man, you're putting your trust in your own hands. You're making flesh your own, right?
Yeah, and like backing the brother up, we built up on our most holy faith. Did imprisonment stop the apostles?
No.
The stoning, anything. They was willing to go to death for this word.
Even real quick, even
That's right. In that Romans 8,
but even like our apostles, man, they had the whole 9/11 shit pop off, you know, and basically Elder DuBois to the testimony when they was hearing stuff, he was like, hey, bro, at that moment I knew that this was true. I knew that, you know, I was called to do this, man. You know, so nothing should stop it. The Lord is ultimately gonna put you in a position to where your back is against the wall in order for you to, hey, that trust and faith has to be enabled at a certain point in time, you know.
Because we're doing the will of the Yahweh Shem Shah, and the Lord said, if you love me, you're gonna do as I command, right? And then when He tells us in 1 John, He said, perfect love. We are made perfect in love when He's been by Yahweh Shem Shah, man. He said, well, perfect love casts out fear, right? So while we're casting off this fear, you're going to be doing exactly like the elder said, man. He knew from that. He knew, hey, man, I'm doing what's right. This is the truth. We weren't in fear when he went through that, man.
Right. It says, who shall separate us from the love of Yahushua? Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril or sword, as it is written, for thy sake?
Now, when you look at all of these examples, these are ultimately things that one has to do something that's basically giving a service to the flesh. Persecution, when you getting your ass beat, these are all things that whip up on the flesh. You know, everything that you can see around you, these things shall not separate us from what? Departing away from Yahweh Shem Shah.
Because it's gonna come a point in time where they gonna have our face up there.
Yep.
They gonna have our face. Say you're not around nobody to be putting hands on you. They gonna have your face up there. So say you in a public place, your face is right there, like, you know, the murmuring. That's the guy.
Yeah.
He's the one that said all right.
It said in Ezekiel 33, they shall speak in the housetops. Yeah. You know, they gonna be talking, bro.
Yeah. And then the scripture speaking in Samuel chapter 3, that like when it says Dan from Sheba to Dan, everybody knew that Samuel was established all over the prophet. So that means when I looked up the landmass between Dan and Beersheba, that was a long ass. You had the whole 12 tribes through that bitch.
Yeah.
You know, so everybody gonna know who the prophets is of the Lord, and the Lord gonna make sure these other false and fake niggas are out of the way.
That's right. Because what? They shall not be defended.
That's right.
They're not gonna beat the Lord. You think the Lord gonna set a barricade around them? Spiritually, I'm spiritually speaking, but you think the Lord gonna have a great protection? You think the angels that's camped girded around about thee to keep them away gonna be around these niggas, man? No. You know, the Lord said, if you come to follow me, you gotta follow me in worship and deed, man. You gotta follow me in truth and sincerity. If it's not sincere and out of a pure heart or a pure conscience, bro, the Lord is not dealing with you, bro. You know.
And then that's why you got to count it on joy that you got the true, correct doctrine of Yahweh. Because some of those guys, again, they are sincere. They are sincere, but it's gonna come to the light that hey, what you was following was fucking false. You know? But you got it, dog.
Yeah, it says, nay in all these things, we are more than conquerors through him that loved us.
Because keep in mind, we're conquerors, right? So keep in mind, when you go to Hebrews, the 2nd chapter, it says, what, Yahweh Shai is going to be what our secure. When you go to that word, it basically means an aid or two, man. So by us having Yahweh Shai's spirit, you know, because he did disperse his spirit out to the elect once he died, right? What, Yahweh Shai had a spirit of what? Overcoming. He conquered death. He conquered everything, and he kept the law to his full potential, man. You know? So what, we're going to ultimately have Yahweh Shai carrying us through the way, you know?
Yeah. It says, for I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of Yahweh, which is in Yahweh Shai Mashiach, our Lord.
That's right, man. So nothing shall stop you, you know? When it's time to do the work, nothing shall stop you. You're going to have Satan throw little things and distractions. But what it says in Hebrews 12, man, lay aside every weight, man, and worry about what's placed before us. You know, this is how we're going to ultimately receive that great salvation, man. You know, nothing shall stop us from doing the will of Yahweh Shem Shah, man. You know, now it tells you that we are spiritual men, right? So we're spiritual men. That means we should be seeing from a spiritual aspect. You know, everything in this society is against the men of Yahweh Shem Shah, man, and the believers as well. Go ahead.
All right, this is I got a precept for you. This is Hebrews chapter 10, verse 32. It says, "But I call to remembrance the former days, in which, after ye were illuminated, ye endured a great fight of affliction."
After. Keep in mind, because what it says in Romans the 7th chapter, I think they are enemies for your sake. You know, it says after ye were enlightened. Keep in mind, before we came into the truth, everything was good. Shit was gravy, but what? It took us for what? Have the enlightenment, have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding imported within our inward parts, right? And then what? You start getting fights with your brothers, your cousins, your whole family hate you. You know, you go into the grocery store, all the Edomites drop what they got going on.
For what though?
That spirit that has been placed upon you.
For the word of
the word of the Lord. That's right. Because it's the spirit that quickens.
It says, partly while as ye were made a gazing stock, both by reproaches and afflictions.
A gazing stock, guys. Gazing, you just in awe. Everybody's in awe when you come around. You a spectacle. You know? You didn't know your whole family, your whole life, and now when you come around, they just, here you go. This nigga ain't eating pork. This nigga ain't doing this. You know? Stop preaching. You ain't got the truth. You know? But guess what? When all hell breaks loose, now they saying, damn, hey, what you were saying back then? You know? Now they want to inquire, man. But hey, man, get to the time where it's going to be too late. Go ahead.
Right. And partly while ye became companions of them that were so used.
That's right, man. So used. It tells you in 1 Corinthians that what they mocked the prophets, the messengers of the Lord, man, till there was no remedy. You know? And that's right, man. They're doing the same things this day, but ultimately what? That gives us a token to show us exactly what we're doing is what's right, man. We're those ones that's walking after the ways of the Lord that speaks about in Revelation the 14th chapter. These are they that walk with the lamb with the sword we go with.
Can I make you up? Hey, because in America, everybody likes to cling to the underdog story. Yep. The little dude got it out the mud, came from nothing. Now he just, at the top, all of a sudden, hit that buzzer beat on his opponent and just showed up at the last minute, man. Right. You don't think the Lord is the same way, man. He likes that underdog story. That's why he chose Israel, man. That's why he scattered us. That's why he put us in slavery, to to confound our enemies and bring up the lowest of the low, man. That's why he deals with the meek, the lowly, man.
How great of an example is Yahweh Shah? He said what he himself, he came with when he made himself to be of no reputation. You know, when Yahweh Shah was going throughout the lands and massing the people, and he was healing, what was the main thing that he told them? He was like, hey, bro, hey, Shalom, hey, look, Shalom, hey, look, I know I healed you, but don't go tell nobody, bro. I don't want no fame, bro.
Credit to Yahweh.
That's right, man. Hey, this is not of me. This is of him that sent me, man. The same thing today. Go ahead. Yo, what you doing, man?
I had a precept where it was going on the persecution, how they rely on us and whatnot.
Yeah.
All right, this is Acts 24:11. It says, because that thou mayest understand that there are yet but 12 days since I went up to Jerusalem for to worship. It says, and they neither found me in the temple disputing with any man, neither raising up the people, neither in the synagogues nor the city. Neither can they prove the things whereof they now accuse me. So whenever they tried to accuse Paul, of doing all such things, they was lying on Paul. They was lying on them because it says right here, it says, neither can they prove the things whereof they now accuse me of. It's like, accuse me. So what? They just making up shit. They gonna make up shit.
He's my brother.
That's right.
And also everybody is gonna accuse us about what he saw you do. Keep in mind, this is he controls the laws. He controls the part of the position. The rules that go on within his kingdom, man. He controls the mindset. His government tone.
Hey, because in the way to prove that is because Jake is now the face of rebellion. But you got all these mites that's doing what? That's bucking up against the system and taking them to court.
Bro,
shit.
These children of the wicked are watching the children of the light.
These motherfuckers want to put Jake's face on everything, but these motherfuckers stealing their girls and trapping them and shit.
Yo, and see, even with R. Kelly, they did that mess with R. Kelly and said he did all this, but however, you had what Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump brought up on these same damn charges, but they swept it under the rug.
Harvey
And
Weinstein.
you got these niggas on the black market and shit. On the black market, it's videos of basically Hillary Clinton and Trump and them doing blood sacrifices and shit. You know what I'm saying?
You see?
But as soon as you go on your browser and click on that shit, they come and get you. But they wickedness.
But he's the one that's profitable for the earth, I heard, right?
Right.
The fuck out of here.
I have to back you up, bro. It's basically how they're gonna be spinning forth and making lies about us. This is Acts chapter 6, verse 12. The same thing happened with Stephen, by him pushing the word. All right, it says, and they stirred up the people and the elders and the scribes and came upon him and caught him and brought him a counsel and set up false witnesses which said this man ceases not to speak blasphemous words against the holy place of the law. So they were saying that he was speaking blasphemous words, just adding on to the brother point that they're unallowing us, man.
They brought up false.
That's right, false witnesses, man.
All right, they false witnesses. They had people to bag them up. Yeah. You lying.
Like they do today on CNN. These niggas, bro, for COVID, when that shit, the COVID, when that shit first happened, and you look back a couple years, the same people that was on the set up for the basically a little venue, so to say, you know what I'm saying, to basically set up a certain conviction out, these were the same people. So that shows you Esau got people with hidden agendas already, man. You know? So what? All come against Israel. And mainly the elect in these times.
That's right, brother.
You had one up.
I got one. All right, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 140. I'm gonna start at 3. It says, they have sharpened their tongues like a serpent, adders poison is under their lips. Keep me, O Lord, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from the violent man who have proposed to overthrow my going. The crowd hath hid a snare for me in cords. They have spread a net by the wayside. They have set gins for me. So Esau, like backing the brothers up, he controls the society. Therefore, he controls the law. Therefore, he pushes out the vibration. And the vibration is upon everybody that's in America is that these people are the scum. These people are low-life niggas. These people are lazy. These people are bums. These people are nothing, man. All right? So we deal with that vibration throughout the earth, man, because ultimately the Lord puts that vibration because we're here in slavery, man. But the Lord used the what? The foolishness of teaching, man, to confound those around us, man. That's why you got people bugging out like this guy over here. He's bugging out, man. All right? Because the foolishness of teaching, he doesn't realize that people that look like him could be civilized, man. People that look like you could be together in one tongue and one nationality, man. All right.
So that goes to show you, though, the Lord possibly gave those wicked spirits over there, man. The Lord have given them over to the left hand side. You know? That's why I tell you that what the slang of the Lord shall be many, man. You know, for Jason, let the multitude prayers be upon the faith. You know, all of these things shall ultimately be taking place upon the earth, man. Hey, just to back the brother point up, how it says the heathen made a snare. I keep in mind, who was that? That was what King David, right? King David was saying that. The heathen made a snare, but ultimately, it was Yahweh Shemel Shah to let him see those snares before they were even laid, man. It says, what we shall not be overthrown by what the wicked devices, you know, just roughly paraphrasing. You get Psalms 80, 58 and 4.
Hey, but I want to read verse 3 again.
Come.
Psalms 140 and 3. They have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Adder's poison is under their lips.
All right, and look, adder's poison is under their lips. And it said, adder's poison under his lips. And that poison is Western culture, man. That's what that poison is, Western culture, man. And what this guy, he speaks what? Hey, he speaks lies, bro. He's what he says, the father of lies. When he is strayed from the womb, he go out speaking lies. That's that poison in his lips, man. Because what? That poison is to do what? To kill you, man. Because he was a murderer from the beginning.
Hey, if I just say, look, that's how you know the Lord. The Lord got to be dealing with it, man. Because this man talking about crack, he's talking about all type of things, and he just yells out. And then he was on with his hands praying. Verse 9, verse says, as for the head of those that compass me about, let the mischief of their own lips cover them. Let burning coals fall upon them.
You see, let everything that you're trying to do to the Negroes, Latinos, and Natives, and guess what? It's going to fall right upon your own head, right? Yes. The Lord has what? Given you basically put the power in your hands to what? Make ICBM missiles, create the Smith that blow it, the coals,
destroy
all of these things. That's right, man. But guess what? They're going to fall. They're ultimately created for your destruction.
Created the missiles.
Yeah, bro. The nigga created the missile for his own death, bro.
Hey, he got to be.
And that's his pride and joy. It makes him so strong. If Esau wasn't backed by his nuclear capability, his military, then what would America be?
Hey, like we was reading last night that Isaiah 10 and 15 say should the act against him
right.
that created it. Like, come on, bro. You was just a tool of instrument used to beat upon the Negroes, Latinos, and Natives for a period of time.
Oh, Syria, which is the wicked.
Oh, Syria, the rod of mine,
anger.
The rod of mine, anger. Yeah, that's right.
It says, let not an evil speaker be established in the earth. Evil shall hunt the violent man to overthrow him.
And that's why Esau Edom has to be taken out of their rulership, man, because he's that evil speaker. Now, when you speak something, that ultimately, what follows up your speaking is your actions, man. You know, you it speaks about in Isaiah 10, man, 10 and 1. Woe to him that would decree unrighteous decrees. You know, you let homosexuality run rapid throughout the earth. You're destroying, every element within the earth. You're hurting the trees. You're contaminating the water. What won't this devil do? You know? But guess what? It takes for the men of law to ultimately come out here and establish righteousness through the spirit power Yahweh Shemel Shah. You know? You got that Psalms 58? 58 and verse 4. This is Psalms, just to touch about start at 3, but just to back the brother up, how he was doing it to how Edom ultimately has that venom within his mouth. You know, that goes to his intentions as well. You know, he's like a death adder. Once that poison is into you, you're fully contaminated, man.
Right, bro.
This is Psalms chapter 58, verse 3. It says, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they born speaking lies.
That's right. So that's why you can never trust the devil. It tells you in the book of Sirach, trust not thine enemy as iron is so rusty. You see? He could put WD-40 on that motherfucker, snort all he want. His inward parts is still full of rust, man.
Round on it.
Bro,
Follow it.
you find, look how fucked up, bro. The infamy for babies, right? They find iron in it. You put a magnet to it, they pull the iron out of it. You know, but that's supposed to be for the children, right? You it was the Gerber baby, huh? You know what I'm saying? But in the infamil, you got this iron, which is the harmful to the body. You know? Hey, the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. And here, it is. He give you all this, you know, this wick. You know what I'm saying? But at the same damn time, bro, that come with the cost. That wick comes with the cost. Like, hey, you gotta put this on child support. You gotta put them on child support. So, because it'll tell you how the lady told me. Well, we giving these grants so they could pay to help take care of your child. Somebody got to pay us back.
Somebody
got to pay us back, and you is the candidate. That's why I hate America, bro.
That's right. And then it make it even worse, man. You got these motherfucking nigga women. They mamas really supposed to be teaching them the way, but they ultimately amping the shit up, man.
Let me say this real quick, Bobby.
They amp the shit up.
Check it out, this is my daughter's birthday, and my bitch ass baby mama. She know that I don't fuck around. It's been 6 years, okay? Going on 6 years. Don't hit me up on something. Hey, we need some money for your daughter's party. And then me, I'm like, wait, it's her birthday. You know, to me, for her birthday, she's like, it doesn't matter what it's for. Like, yeah, bitch, it does matter what it's for. So the bitch, I've been trying to see my kids for months, but they can call and ask me for money.
Yeah.
They can call and ask me for money, but when I have to see my kids, it's a problem. It's a problem. They can't do it. It's a problem.
Exactly, bro. And all that vibration.
And the reason they're poisonous like the poison of a serpent.
They're poisonous, man. Keep in mind when you go to Genesis 3, you know that same slicky ass bastard that was game and eat.
That old serpent.
Yeah, baby, hey, don't listen to Adam. You can eat of this tree. Come over
here.
Spirit. He gamed them, bro. The nigga Esau, it tells you what his words are smoother than butter. This nigga slick. He gonna game them just how he do the women today. You know. Go ahead. Are you about to you got a point for that? Right,
it says, they're like the deaf adder that's stopping her ear.
That same deaf adder, man. Like the deaf adder that's stopping her ear. You see? Esau Edom controls everything in his system, bro. Ain't nothing moving without his approval. You know, but what? We're looking on things that's not seen. We're looking for Yahweh Shem Shah to deliver us, man. You know, and that's just what it's going to be at the end of the day. You know?
I have one. Anybody else before me? All right, this book of Job, chapter 20 and 22, just further going on Esau, it says,
hey, you
want to start it? You want to start somewhere else?
Job 20 started like, no, you can get 22 first and then jump back up to like 8.
All right. It's Job 20 and 22. It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits.
That's right, man. He shall be in straits. All of that shit gonna fall back on his ass. You know? When he filling up his belly, he thinking that everything is gonna be good.
Oh, yeah.
He
eating good right now.
He gonna get full. What it says, he's full of rape, rob, and murder. He's drunken up on the blood.
It says he's like a fat heifer.
His ass is a mosquito. They suck too much blood. They pop.
That's right. That's right. Huh? It says, every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating.
While he eating, fucking filthy ass, hungry ass, greedy ass, and the list go on, man.
Glutton
ass. When I see said, when you got, we all know a greedy ass Edomite. This motherfucker just eat. He got 2, 3. He just.
That's that nigga that keeps that white beat on.
He full of it. He gets so motherfucking tired. He just unbutton his pants and just lay out. That's how Esau is, bro. He got all the world's powers, all the powers of the world in his grip.
Turkey and he just on the dress.
And when he's so fat, he got stains all over. Hey, when he's so fat, when he about to sustain himself and kind of keep it composed, the Most High gonna make it rain upon him while he's trying to put some more inside him. And that's beautiful.
He got bounds that he can't pass.
Yeah, he got to do it.
Yeah, he got the dew of heaven.
That's missed.
After a certain amount of hours, that shit is gone. You know what I'm saying? And this devil been ruling for yet a little season, okay? But we know that the kingdom for this devil kingdom is not forever. The kingdom forever is only for Yahshua, okay?
I got 8. Yeah, come. It's Job 20 and 8.
Hey, go up a little bit, probably like 7. I think.
I'm gonna start at 5. It says, know it not this of old since man was placed upon earth,
Yeah, that's it.
that the triumphing of the wicked is short.
The triumphant of the wicked is short. You know, he's not going to have time to boast with great pride throughout the earth. You know, he's not going to have time to ultimately come through with this great agenda like he hopes is set in his heart to do so.
That's right.
You know, have everybody take this jab. Then he's going to usher in the MOTB.
The enterprise.
You know, the enterprise, which ultimately goes into Revelation, the 13th chapter.
Right.
The Lord is not going to allow him to go through with that, man. That's why it says, when except the days be shortened, there shall no flesh will be saved. Right?
And the joy of the hypocrite, but for a moment.
That's right, the joy for a hypocrite. This devil will tell you to do something, right? That you can't do it, but he's in other lands doing everything that he set up, man. You know? Go ahead.
Guys, just real quick to prove it. This guy is the biggest hypocrite because they make each when you go into court, you got to put your hand on the Bible to swear that you tell the truth and nothing but the truth. All right, but
then they add that in there.
Nothing but the truth. But when we ask them who the real Jews are, and we listen to the real Jews are, you fucking lying. Somebody's lying around here.
That's why the scriptures say that mouth is full of cursings and bitterness. Yeah, it ain't no truth that's going to come from this devil, man.
Right. The scripture say,
all types of God.
It says, can a straight thing come out of what was made crooked? Yeah.
Because it tell you, matter of fact, I'm reading this.
You got it. Go ahead.
This is Romans 3 and verse 11. It says, there is none that understand it. There is none that seek it after the Most High. They are all gone out of the way. They are together become unprofitable. There is none that do it good. Not one. This is the point. What up?
Not the pants on.
Now,
She come here and she got a head covered, but she got pants.
Yeah.
She's drunk of that
Only
poison.
in America, bro.
That's that poison.
Only in America. Bro, they'll have her head sling around, bro.
Yeah.
If she was back home, bro.
Them stones would be flying.
When you go back to the Middle East, bro, when you go back to the Eastern countries and stuff like that, bro, you not about to disobey no order.
And actually, public conversation.
Yeah, public. That's what you're supposed to do. When you go back to our law, if somebody was going off, you would call all the elders in the city. Everybody get on the high tops, and guess what? They stoning you. You know, and that fashion or way of law is ultimately coming back to the earth, man. You know, right? That's righteousness. You know,
That's what's going on. See, when you tell somebody, look, you break this law, we're not gonna let the sun go down before we give you judgment. That's gonna set the tone. For real, like,
yeah,
that's gonna set the tone for everybody else. The sun not gonna go down for you to get this judgment. Esau, you gotta peel it. You gotta go through all his
like I told the brothers last night we was at camp. Hey, bro, I'm taking them motherfucker on the other side of the world. Make sure the sun ain't set. I make sure they say, well, we gonna deal with this.
I got something for you.
I got something for you. Then I'll bring you back.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Sunset in 10 minutes. I got something for you.
Hey,
The sun set over there in the east.
Well, we gonna stay jumping around. I'm gonna make sure the sun never sets. You know,
Yeah, right.
I might give you 15 minutes of sleep. If that. You know,
what I'm saying?
right when that crease is coming in.
No, bitch. I created a planet to where the sun is always shining. I
I
got something for your ass.
Hey, they ass having night shifts and all.
Because that judgment, it set the tone, like how you deal with crime and how you deal with somebody that's going off in your society. That sets the tone for everything else. That's why the society is so backward.
That's why it's no fear. That's why I said the fear of the Lord is talking about the precepts of men.
Yes.
If you really go into the scriptures and see how the Lord dealt when you was committing vulnerable acts, guess what? That put fear in everybody to not do it.
Because in America, you can commit a crime that two people can commit the same crime. But if you have a lawyer, if you have a public defender, and you have a lawyer that's kick-ass, then you
scot free.
You get maybe you pay a fine or something. But if you got a public defender, 15 years. Jake can't afford no lawyer. So Jake getting 15 years. Esau getting what? A fine.
It shows there's no mercy in the land, bro.
Hosea 4:1.
There's no mercy. There's no knowledge of the Most High. There's no truth in this land.
That's why the scripture say what the Salah, you got it, right? You got it.
I forgot about
I
to
got
say.
one. I got one back you up.
I think this brother had a precept. You had a precept?
I still was reading.
Yeah, the brother and I see you still.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
This is Romans 3. I'm going to get to the point. This is verse 14. It says, whose mouth is full of cursing and bitterness. Their feet are swift to shed blood. Destruction and misery are in their ways, man. This is what this devil puts on. This is what he displays, man. Jake, you know, like you brothers was going into about the law and how things are supposed to work and how society works. You know, if a male is caught stealing in the marketplace to feed his family, you're supposed to let him go.
If you don't have no
If
food,
he don't have nothing,
poor.
you know, if he's poor. But now in this society, you know, you get knocked over your head with some years.
That's right, brother. Out of an act of survival.
Yeah.
Because us as Israelites, we even had a welfare system. We would leave some grapes. We would leave food in the vineyard. We would leave things for the the poor, bro. But here it is with Esau Edom. Well, how you think about it? How you do with the milk, bro? That's fucked up.
There's no balance here
at all, bro. Because you know you were supposed to have a year of where you supposed to let the land rest.
Yeah.
The land Sabbath.
Yeah, the land Sabbath, but then you gotta eat, taking and taking and taking and taking.
Jake gonna Walmart get some apples because he just home. He don't got it. You get 10 years for stealing 2 apples.
And how fucked up it is, they take the apples, good apples, they GMO, and then they put some fucking type of wax on them to make them to last longer.
They showed you that in Good Burger though. Way back then in Good Burger when they were shooting about Mondo Burger. Bro, they were shooting that shit over the MSG, GMOs, all that, bro.
That shows that nothing is at peace here.
Yeah.
And the scriptures tell you the ways of peace they have not known.
That's right.
They do not fear the Lord. They don't have the ways of peace. Because this devil was sent to take peace from the earth, man. So this is what he's doing. This is why this system, this society has to crumble. It has to fall. Because when it falls, then righteousness is going to be able to come throughout the earth, man. Right?
And that's why the book of Isaiah, the 14th chapter, it says when Esau gets out the power seat, even the trees are going to fucking rejoice. That's how you know that the things that he's afflicted on his place is fucking everything up and turning it upside down.
Like we was talking about, he ultimately changed the natural course of things.
That's right. That's why the Lord said in due time and due season, he's going to give one that is profitable to put over the earth.
That's right.
Yeah, because right now, the earth is fucking mourning. The earth is mourning. You know what I'm saying? The trees are mourning.
Water can't even help you like that.
Yeah, look, bro. Water have ingredients. What the fuck is that? How does your water have ingredients?
Yeah, water's giving you cancer now.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Yeah, you got it.
This prayer of Isaiah chapter 1 verse 8. I'm going to read through 11. It says, wherefore all that thou hast brought upon us and everything that thou hast done to us, thou hast done in true judgment.
Yeah, right.
And
Because we deserved everything that we did. You know, this is why we don't want to bear the iniquity of our forefathers. You know, it tells you in Daniel 9:11, all Israel went up. You know, so we ultimately, hey man, it's a righteous judgment, man. It's captivity. You know,
what I was thinking about?
But it tells us in Baruch 2 that though I was without them, so like they shall ultimately praise me in the land of their captivity. They shall remember me. You know, just roughly paraphrase. You know, you got it, Doc.
it says, and thou didst deliver us into the hands of lawless enemies.
Lawless.
Anything goes when it comes to you, bro. Anything. They can do whatever they want to do to you, man.
Sleep with
A
woman on her
lawless
period.
enemy.
A lawless enemy. Sleep with her on her period. You know what I'm saying? Western culture is lawless, bro.
Yeah, but you see it say he delivered us unto a people that is lawless. That means they're going to have their way with you.
Exactly.
They're going to have
Prisoners
their...
of war.
The scripture say what the Egyptians made the children of Israel serve with rigor. Right? Rigor goes into hard bondage. Right?
Exodus.
You see what I'm saying?
Point to pick up you because the Lord even gave us laws how to deal with our servants.
Yeah.
So
but these niggas...
and are lawless. They are lawless. They'll beat your back in, work your ass to death. You know what I'm saying? Brush your shit.
I believe
and hold themselves not guilty.
I can't remember what it was, but I think it's a certain number of stripes you're supposed to only give. I can't remember the number. I think it's 40, right?
Maybe 40 stripes across the bosom.
But think about the stripes that Esau gave.
No, it's a continual stroke.
That's what I'm saying.
He got a continual stroke, huh?
They say he ruled the nations in anger, man. He's not fit to rule. A real king, a real man that's set to rule and govern, he knows how to keep his composure. He knows he's slow to anger. He knows how to handle situations. Look at our Heavenly Father. Beautiful and perfect example. It said he's slow to wrath, right?
Once you get them now,
But once it takes for you to really be fucking up, because what the Lord, exactly, it's not anger, he ain't mad, it's indignation. So now he's justified in what he's doing to them, right? Because what the Lord is about first is what? Mercy. Then what is this society about? Destruction. It said destruction is misery is in their minds.
And that's why scripture tell you that what Esau ain't no man, bro. Esau is a child. This is a child over the kings of the earth. You know, he wake up early in the morning, eat his little Fruit Loops, do his line of coke and shit. He's not a man, bro.
You make a child mad, bro. You make a child mad. He's screaming. If you got a white kid, right? You get these little Caucasian babies. Their parents make them mad. They scream, "I hate you!
Fuck you, mom!"
You stomping, throwing themselves on the ground.
Yeah, that's right. Because what? They have no control, bro. Esau Edom has no control. When you cutting the trees down, talking about the trees got the COVID. Come on, bro.
Come on, man. You really think these motherfuckers had they were civilized in these caves?
Exactly.
No.
Fuck no.
These motherfuckers are animals.
They jabbed up Mike the Tiger.
You see that shit?
And look, they got people at LSU. This girl I talked to, she goes to LSU. She's in the theory of, man, well, Mike, he's susceptible to this pestilence is going on. He needs to be jabbed too. That just show you the mindset of these heathen, bro.
He's just so sleep, huh? They jabbed up some of the animals in the zoo. Like I don't know. I read the article on it. You sent that in the group chat, huh, brother?
Right. They didn't really do that shit. They just trying to persuade people that much.
You right, huh?
But then again, this motherfucker want to make everything become extinct.
That's right, bro.
That's what it's gonna say.
That's right, bro.
It says, "And thou didst deliver us into the hands of lawless enemies, most hateful forsakers of Yahweh, an unjust king, and the most wicked in all the world."
That's right, man. This nigga is an unjust king, bro. This nigga an unjust ruler, bro.
Bro, that nigga more nasty than ham, bro.
That's
what
what
they say. He the most fucked up person in the whole world, the earth, bro.
The faces of men. And bro, to be nastier than hell, bro. Hey, bro, that's tough, bro. Because hell matter there.
And this is what happened. I'm backing you up. It says, and this is what happened because of that. It says, and now we cannot open our mouths. We are become ashamed and reproach to thy servants and to them that worship thee.
Right. That's exactly what's going on, man. We're a reproach. You know, everyone is looking at the nation of Israel, just that great city. Look at them, all because of what Esau Edom has done, man, and push all these filthy ass lies and wicked divinations throughout the earth, man.
Yeah, I can make a point real quick. You can read that last part again, huh?
Yep. This prayer of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 10, it says, and now we cannot open our mouths. We are become ashamed and reproach to thy servants and to them that worship thee.
So since we're out on these highways and hedges and we're worshiping Yahweh in truth and sincerity, we're looked upon and frowned upon by our own people.
Yeah.
Right.
Everyone looks at us like we're crazy. But that goes back to the faith topic that we spoke about earlier. The scriptures tell you we are not ashamed. We have hope. We're not ashamed in Yahweh Shai.
Hey, I can grab that Job 20.
Yeah.
Job 20 real quick.
Yep. You want to start back at 8?
You can get 9.
All right. This is the book of Job, chapter 20, verse 9. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more. Neither shall his place any more behold him.
That's right. Everybody that saw Esau Edom walking these streets with their pumpkins and they Halloween costumes. Guess what, man? Nobody's soon to see you devils walking throughout the earth anymore, man. After that 1,000-year period, man. Keep going out.
Yeah, it says, his children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods.
That's right, man. Hey, everything is gonna be restored. You know, everything is gonna be. That's why it says, well, you're gonna be nursing mothers, you know, and so forth and so on, man. Isaiah is right, man. You know, righteousness is soon to ultimately be established throughout the earth, and having this devil put away, man. You know, he's soon to be put in chains according to Revelation 13, 9, and 10. You know, that's what's coming, bro. You know, all we have to do is continue to keep his faith. Can you get this Luke 12?
Hey, if I can say, because this devil, man, he's a compilation. How Jake have compilations of things. He's a compilation of the Greeks, the Romans. He's all the empires we've been enslaved in, man. All balled up in one. All right? That's why the hell and the judgment on this place has to be like any other place before, because it's a worse captivity than any other time we've seen, man.
They say they sins have reached to the heaven.
This is Luke chapter 12, verse 35. 136, it says, and ye yourselves like unto men that wait for their Lord, when he will return from the wedding, that when he cometh and knocketh, they may open unto him immediately. Blessed are those servants whom the Lord, when he cometh, shall find watching.
That's right.
Verily I say unto you that he shall gird himself and make them to sit down to meat, and will come forth and serve them.
And this is what we long and haste for, man. You know, so where we can be beamed up into those chairs, you know, if we have to be mortars and that be our lot, hey, that's exactly what it's gonna be, man. But guess what, man? We're looking for the return of Yahweh Shah to where righteousness can actually be established with that great staff and rod throughout the earth.
And it shows that the Spirit is on us simply because you know how hard it is to stay awake on a night shift? We on that juice, baby.
That's right. That's right. So with that, man, Lord, with it is edifying to the Lord's elect, and give all praise, honor, and glory
To Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Harakakadash.
Double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone who well, and much peace, safety, and blessings to the hopefully elect throughout the four winds, pushing his truth and sincerity and diligence. Until next time, Shalom.
Shalom.
Bible ball.
Hey, somebody doing that.
Somebody doing that, bro.